Hey everyone, today I really want to make a tier list about all of the Hollow Knight bosses, specifically all of the ones in the 5th Pantheon. I recently beat the 5th Pantheon for the first time, and it was one of the hardest things I've ever done, and I have a lot of opinions I'd like to share about those bosses. So the first boss we have is the Vengefly King. Now, I don't like the Vengefly King because it's just annoying having to repeatedly chase it in the air, and obviously you can use magic, but I'm more of a nail guy. Magic was not a big part of my playthrough, and maybe that's a skill issue, but I don't think it's fun to chase the Vengefly King around. And the little bugs he sends out, they're easy, but it's just annoying. The Grozmother is better than the Vengefly King. When I think about all of these bosses that are in the Pantheon, I'm thinking about them within their Pantheon arena, and so I like the added challenge of the Grozmother's arena in that fight. Overall, it's like a fine boss. None of these, well, not none. Some of these are honestly pretty easy, especially when you do them as many times as you do when you're practicing the Pantheon. Like the False Knight, that's a nothing burger fight to me. When I'm thinking about it early game, it's pretty good, but when you have as many abilities as you do in the 5th Pantheon, you just blitz through him, and so I don't really have any problems with him. The Massive Moss Charger, again, it's fine. I like that. I always have fun. You can kind of side pogo with the Massive Moss Charger, and so again, it's a fine fight. Nothing crazy either way. Hornet is something I really like. I don't like her jumping rearrangement. That's something a lot of the bosses do. I saw a YouTube video about that once, and yeah, it's super annoying. But I like Hornet's moveset. I think, and of course Hornet, we all love Hornet and her voice lines. Those are great. Gorb is horrible. I just don't like the flying enemies. I don't like pogoing is of course something you need to be good at for the whole game. But when I'm constantly having to get back on the platform, get back up and hit him while dodging 3 waves of nails, that's just not fun. Now, it's not the worst boss in the game, so I'm only going to put it in D tier. I don't like Gorb very much though. So the Dung Defender is alright. I like the White Defender more, and you'll see that later. It's kind of a meat sponge, but it also he'll make you dodge and he'll make you pay attention. Of course, in the 5th Pantheon, again, you have so much health that it almost feels impossible to die to him. But overall, I think Dung Defender is a good fight. Soul Warrior is alright. I don't really imagine him as an A tier boss. He's very mid to me. Before I even started recording, I was arranging all of these in the order of the Pantheon, and I even forgot who Soul Warrior was. I'm gonna put him in B tier. That's just a mid fight to me. Brooding Moloch, I actually like a lot. I hated it so much in the early game, but once you get your dash and jump, I think that's a fun fight. And then the constant moving back and forth hit, and then when it charges up its big goop, you gotta jump over it. I like Brooding Moloch. Oro and Mato, I'm a little bit conflicted about because I think their programming is very smart, but overall, I just don't like having to deal with 2 enemies at once. I just don't think that's very fun. Before I did the 5th Pantheon, I was going to get the blue hearts to make it easier on myself, but when I was trying to do the bindings, I could not beat Oro and Mato without my stuff. And that's a hard fight, honestly. Like, in terms of some of the other ones, like everything here, this is easily the hardest fight on the board so far. I don't like it. You know what? No, if I'm gonna put Brooding Moloch at A, we're gonna put Oro and Mato at A. Zoro, yeah, Zoro's horrible. It's the same thing as Gorb, but even worse because, God, I don't like these flying enemies that just sit there and send nails at me. The Crystal Guardian, that's just the most mid boss ever. Like, it shoots once at you every 5 seconds. You can literally kill that boss in like 5 seconds. Oh my God. It's not bad. It doesn't enrage me like Gorb and Zoro, but eh. Soul Warrior. It is so it's so annoying to me because the fact that it just sits there teleporting makes it so annoying. I don't like these fights where the enemy is just sitting there making it take longer. They're not doing anything to you. They're just making it take longer. And I don't like Soul Warrior very much for that. Obble Obbles? Ooh, I don't like the Obble Obbles. It doesn't enrage me as much as these ones though, because it makes sense. It's like fair. And they're not really doing any sort of annoying gimmick. They're just constantly shooting at you that it's just super annoying to go against. But I don't dislike Obble Obbles as much as these three. I'll put these in order within each tier at the end, so we have like a ranking. But right now, I'm just gonna put them in C tier and leave it be. Mantis Lords are good, but the meat and potato tier, the Sisters of Battle, S. That might be my favorite boss in the game. It's like a dance of constant moving and jumping, but nothing is ever coming at you more than one thing at a time, and so it does not annoy me at all. I think the Sisters of Battle is a great fair fight. I love that fight. Marmu is mid as hell. I hate I don't hate Marmu, but I don't like fighting it. I don't know. I don't dislike Marmu as much as these guys. It's honestly a little bit harder for me. Sometimes learning how to time the jump can be fun. So you know what? We'll put Marmu in B. Fluke Marm is the most nothing burger fight in the game. I don't know. I don't like the little things it sends at you. You can just sit there pogoing on it. We're gonna put Fluke Marm in C. That it does not deserve to be in B. You know, frankly, neither does Massive Moth Charger. I don't know why. Because that one is always disappearing out of the frame, and that's just so fucking annoying. Broken Vessel can... it's either A or B. I like Broken Vessel. It doesn't sit there disappearing on me, and even when it moves, that's still an attack for it. Do I think it's on the tier of these ones? It's... Yeah, I do. It's better than Gruzmother and False Knight and stuff. I'm looking at my A tier right now. Do I really think Dung Defender and Brooding Moloch are A tier bosses? We'll come back to it. Galien? I kind of like Galien. It sends a lot at you, but I don't think it's overbearing in a way. And honestly, some of the axes are like pretty slow. And it's just kind of a nice maneuvering of pogoing and stuff. I don't dislike that one near as much as anything below it. Paintmaster Shio, that's a pretty good fight. I love Paintmaster Shio. I like that one more than Oro and Mato, to be honest. Like, I think it's really cool hurrying and identifying which color of paint it's going to use so you know which attack it's going to do, and then having to dodge it. Honestly, I think this one's going to be our second S tier. I like that fight a lot. Definitely more than Aromato. Hive Knight is funny because when I was grinding the Pantheon and just trying to get that thing done with, Hive Knight was a boss I told myself, if I ever die to Hive Knight, put down the controller. Delete the game. Give up. Because it is just so easy. Honestly, it's not even that good of a fight though, because I don't like just hundreds of projectiles coming at you at once. It's just so annoying. But at the same time, like, I don't know. It's so easy, but sometimes it takes off my health. And that's part of why I didn't even go through with getting the blue hearts, because why would I do that when I know they're just going to be consumed by spikes in the Hive Knight fight? Now that I'm looking at it, Soul Warrior is better. I'm gonna make this change now. Soul Warrior is better than these ones. I like the dodging mechanic. Sometimes you gotta dodge, jump. I don't like that it sends orange goop at you. I don't know what that's about, but Elder Who is a great fight. I love the rhythm of the Elder Who fight because I don't know. I just love the sound effects too. Like I really like Elder Who as a fight. The Collector is honestly pretty mid. I don't like that you can't collect soul on it, so it's harder to do magic. Plus, I like my main strategy as like a fighter was heal as much as possible. I ran quick focus almost my entire game, and I ran, God, I think it's called like, it wasn't called Dream Nail, but it's the one that you cast your Dream Nail faster, and so it allows you to collect more soul. Because my thought process was I can do every single one of these and endure and survive, you know. But collector, it just disappears. It's just there jumping over you. I don't like I don't like the collector. Do I like it as much? Do I like it less than Soul Master? We'll come back to that. God Tamer, yo, I fucking hate God Tamer, because why is this little bugger dude always jumping at me? Like, I hate that. If it was just God Tamer, I guess it'd be piss easy. It already is pretty easy once you learn how to pogo. I'm not gonna put it in F, but I hate the God Tamer fight. Like, it's genuinely not good to me. This is the Night Grim Troop Master, but not the full-fledged version. He's good. I like that fight. It's not very hard, but I think the rhythm is fun. The music is great. I'm gonna put that in A. Watcher Knights is, when I did it the first time, when actually like completing the story, was so hard. And then now I just see it kind of as soul feeding. I kind of like this one, to be honest. I think it has a nice rhythm. Umu's horrible. I hate Umu. It tracks electricity attacks at you. It makes it so it's invulnerable for half the fight. It does 2 damage with the fucking orb things that you need to destroy it with. I'm gonna put Umu in F. I hate Umu, like, genuinely. And then Nosk isn't actually in the Pantheon, but it's almost the same as these ones where you're just constantly jumping and pricking at it. And Wing Nosk is the same. I like Wing Nosk a little bit more, to be honest. I don't know why that is. Maybe, I don't know. It has better attacks, I just feel like. Great Nail Sage Sly. This might be S tier. It's hard. It is very hard, but it is completely fair to me. He's never going to do more than one thing at a time to you. And it's just a matter of knowing his moveset. The second phase is a little bit BS. Like, no, it's not BS. It's just annoying. But you can, if you did well in the first phase, you can just spam it with Abyssal Shriek at the start. It makes it pretty easy. This one has grown on me. I like Sly as a fight quite a bit, to be honest. Second Hornet is like the same as first Hornet, just a little bit harder. I don't think it's better enough to make it above Hornet first one, like in a tier. This one's deceptive though. Because when I finally got past, Sly was a bit of a barrier for me when getting through the Pantheon. And I wasn't even thinking of Second Hornet as like a challenge I'd have to worry about once I got past it. But she's beaten me like twice. It's very deceptive. I eventually realized I have to lock in for that. I like her moveset though. And you know what? I actually am going to put her in S. I just think her faster moveset makes it a better fight. It makes it more challenging. It makes it more fun. Enraged Guardian is going right next to this one. It's just this one, but literally does 2 damage, and it's the same. It's just a meat potato. I don't like it very much. Lost Kin is also very similar to Broken Vessel, but just a little bit better. I just don't have a ton to say about that one. I like that it doesn't disappear. It doesn't feel very BS to me. I kind of like the orange goop in that one. Actually makes a little bit of sense to me. Some of these ones like Soul Warrior, I don't know why there's orange goop in that one. Lost Kin makes sense having orange goop come and get me while I'm trying to heal while it's staggered. Okay, No Eyes is horrible. I don't like No Eyes, especially in the 5th Pantheon with the arena, because I kind of do like that it baits you. It will go to the bottom right corner and it knows, oh, you should not come hit me here. And so you've got to teach yourself that discipline. But I just don't like bosses that sit there preventing you from hitting them. Like, Length is not a good feature in these fights. I don't. It's not that a long fight is necessarily bad, but if it's long for no reason, that's bad. I don't like that. It's the same thing as Soul Master. And we're gonna let's just do Soul Tyrant now. Soul Tyrant is bad. It's the same thing as this, but it's even faster. But you know what? Soul Tyrant's actually better than Soul Warrior because it's not just gonna sit there teleporting. It actually is more of a challenge. But again, if you're just sitting there teleporting away and not fighting me, how is that fun? It's not. It's not a good boss. Trader Lord? Trader Lord is great. I love Trader Lord. Dodging through Trader Lord, especially because for the first month of me practicing the 5th Pantheon, I used Shade Cloak, the charm. God, I forgot what it's called, but basically the when you do damage with your dashes. And Trader Lord is one of the most fun to fight. God, one time I was doing a 5th Pantheon attempt and God, what's the one before it? Soul Tyrant? I had a really bad Soul Tyrant run and I was left with like 1 heart going into this and I locked the hell in and I beat it. I think I died to Zodi that run. We'll get to him. Zodi? Zote? Anyway, really like Trader Lord. White Defender, it's the same as Dung Defender but better. It's not S tier. It's not on the level of any of these. But it's very fast, fluid, and moving. And I guess I was just talking about how I hate that some of these bosses disappear to fight. But White Defender, he gives you a lot of opportunity to meat potato him. So it makes up for it in a way that some of these others don't. Plus, his attacks are actually kind of fun to dodge and look out for. So, I like White Defender. Markov, I think everyone that has been part of the Hollow Knight community knows how bad Markov is. There are probably some people out there that strongly disagree and they have MS. I cannot stand Markov. Constantly being unable to attack him because of his shield while also dodging tracking nails, it's not fun. I don't know why Team Cherry thought that would be a fun boss. I just don't get it. It's hard, yes. That is not a skill issue though. Like, it is a skill issue, but it's not fun. Like, I've beaten Markov dozens of times. And then pulling out the floor in the 5th Pantheon, oh my god, I hate Markov. I really do. Zodi in the base game, I honestly, it's been so long since I did that fight. I feel like it's just like, maybe it's thinking about the Coliseum where literally you don't really even fight him. So who really cares what I think about that one? Grey Prince though, is tough. I kind of like Grey Prince though. He's challenging and he'll jump away, which is annoying. God, I hate when he repositions. That's just the worst thing with him. But honestly, getting to know his attacks and, okay, he's going to shoot out the little Zotes and you got to decide, okay, am I going to go hit those or am I going to get some damage in? I like Grey Prince though as a fight, to be honest. Am I going to put it in B or A? I think I'm going to put it in A. I don't know if that's crazy to people. I don't really know what people's perception about him other than he's hard. There are hard bosses in this game that are good. I think he's one of them. Nightmare King Grim. Okay, I said Sisters of Battle was the best fight in the game. It might actually be him. I love the rhythm of Nightmare King Grim so much. I actually did not beat him until I was doing the 5th Pantheon because I banished him for the trophy. And then once I realized there was a 5th Pantheon and realized that he was in it, I practiced him probably for like 3 hours straight. He's so good. I love learning the movement of Nightmare King Grim. Knowing when to do magic. Knowing your slight chance to heal. I don't know if I prefer Nightmare King Grim or Sisters of Battle more. I'll come back to that. But I love Nightmare King Grim. Failed Champion. Failed Champion is better than False Knight. But it's just a mid fight overall. Like, I like that at the end of them you can get your soul back. It makes it easier. Oh, I just realized I did Nightmare King Grim before Failed Champion. That was backwards. But yeah, because you can do failed champion and get your soul back to make Nightmare King Grim easier, which I appreciate Team Cherry doing. I think they knew, like, Nightmare King Grim. Before I actually began my 5th Pantheon journey, the boss I was most worried about was Nightmare King Grim, because I hadn't beat it yet. All right, the Hollow Knight. The Hollow Knight is good, but it's not as good as its counterpart, Pure Vessel, which, I mean, I guess we'll get to. Hollow Knight, I like it. I don't love its spewing attack, kind of like the Broken Vessel, but it's not going to BS you, really. I just think it's a solid fight. I love learning the moveset, and let's just do it. Pure Vessel, you know what? Maybe Pure Vessel is the best fight in the game. I love his moveset. It is so fun having to know exactly what to do when and what your margins are. Otherwise, you're going to get hit by him. I don't like that in the game. You get hit simply by touching a boss. I think that's a little bit BS. But that feature does make Pure Vessel one of the best in my opinion, because like if he's going to do his go straight at you, but then he's going to do his 3-slash, like you have to be ready for that, or your dash might not be ready. And I think Pure Vessel is perfect for the game. I love Pure Vessel. And I think like I said, Hollow Knight's just a worse version of it. So, yeah. All right, the last boss, and I don't know if this is a hot take. I don't know how other people feel about the quality of this boss in general. Absolute Radiance is the worst boss in the game to me. Easily. It is not fun. It's not a fun fight. It's not fun having lasers coming at you while you've got golden balls flying at you. Oh, and you've got spikes coming down from the ceiling. It's just not fun. It's not fun having 3 attacks come at me at once. All of them doing 2 damage. Some of them tracking me. I hate Absolute Radiance. And maybe that's a skill issue. Maybe some people think that's the case. I've beaten Absolute Radiance dozens of times in practice. And Radiance is the same thing. Like, it's a little bit slower, and so it's more manageable, but I think those 2 are the worst in the game, which is very sad. It's very disappointing that the last boss of the game is the worst. Yeah, that's just how I feel. I don't like Absolute Radiance. It left such a sour taste in my mouth for the Pantheon in general. If I was to rank these in order within their tier, God, these are all just so trash that I don't really want to put them above one another. I'd probably put No Eyes. I just don't know. I don't like any of these bosses. Yeah. Honestly, I think I'll just leave it. Mantis Lords is tough because I just think of Sisters of Battle. Mantis Lords are pretty easy because of that. Plus, Mantis Lords allows you to heal where Sisters of Battle doesn't. So, yeah, I think that's going to be the list. And if you agree or disagree, I'd love if you commented and told me otherwise. I'm down for conversation. I mean, frankly, it's my opinion, so I'm not really going to get butthurt or anything. But, yeah, if you liked the video, please leave a comment. Please like, please subscribe, and hope you guys have a good day.